Welcome to episode 4, where I have ChatGPT write a short story for me and I read it out loud to you. Let's go ahead and get started. Today's story: a time traveler accidentally alters history by saving a famous person. In the year 2023, Dr. Alex Turner stood in the cluttered lab staring at the time machine they had spent years perfecting. The sleek chrome pod hummed with energy, the door invitingly open. Alex had one mission: observe the past without interfering. But as history would soon show, intentions don't always align with actions. Alex set the coordinates for 1963, a year marked by the tragic assassination by President John F. Kennedy. Their objective was simple: document the event from a hidden vantage point to better understand this impact on history. With a deep breath, Alex stepped into the machine, the door hissing shut behind him. The world blurred, then solidified. Alex found themselves in a grassy knoll in the Deadly Plaza, Dealey Plaza, Dallas. They quickly activated their cloaking device, rendering them invisible to the surrounding people. The motorcade approached, and Alex watched as President Kennedy waved to the cheering crowds. Suddenly, a glint of metal caught Alex's eye from a nearby window. Without thinking, Alex sprang into action, a primal instinct overriding years of training. They darted forward, knocking the rifle from the would-be assassin's hand. Just as the trigger was pulled, the bullet went astray, hitting the pavement harmlessly. The crowd erupted in chaos. Secret Service agents swarmed the scene, quickly apprehending the shooter. President Kennedy, visibly shaken but unharmed, was rushed away in the limousine. Alex stood frozen, heart pounding, as he realized the gravity of their actions. They had saved the president's life, altering the critical moment in history. With trembling hands, Alex activated the return sequence on their time device. The world blurred once more, and when they were back in the lab, but something was wrong. The lab was different, sleeker, more advanced than they remember. A voice interrupted Alex's thoughts. "Dr. Turner, you're back. How was the mission?" It was their colleague, Dr. Elena Rossi, but she looked different, older, with a hardened expression. "What happened?" Alex asked, fear creeping into their voice. "You don't remember?" Elena replied. "After you saved President Kennedy, everything changed. The Cold War escalated into full-blown conflict. Without the catalyst of his assassination, tensions never eased. The world became a vastly different place." Alex's heart sank. They had saved a life, but at a tremendous cost. The peaceful progress of the late 20th and early 21st centuries had been replaced by decades of war and technological leaps driven by military necessity. "Is there a way to fix it?" Alex asked, desperation evident. Elena shook her head. "Not without risking further damage. We've tried to develop countermeasures, but time is a delicate fabric. One wrong move and we could unravel it completely." Alex slumped into his chair, overwhelmed by the weight of their unintended consequences. They had set out to observe history, not change it, but now they had to live with the knowledge that their actions had forever altered the course of humanity. As the days turned into weeks, Alex devoted themselves into understanding this new world. They documented every change, every technological advancement, and societal shift. Anyway, they had become the very historian they intended to be, just in the world they never meant to create. In the quiet moments, Alex would often think back to that fateful day in 1963. They wondered if, perhaps, history had a way of balancing itself, if the world they knew had simply taken a different path to the same destination. But one thing was certain: time travel was not just a scientific marvel, but a profound responsibility, one that Alex would never take lightly again. Pretty interesting. Well, thanks for listening. Catch you in the next one. Bye.